Alright guys, here we are at Golf Central and we've got something, I suppose, a little bit different. We've got no numbers this time, but we've got the whole Titleist 915D range.
We does.
In the drivers. They're all 9.5 degrees. We've got the D2, D3 and D4, all with the same shaft. Now, all have active recoil channel, radial speed face, the whole works sure fit technology, the whole works and jerks. What we're going to do with Richo, he doesn't even know anything about these drivers, is get him to test the D2, the D3 and the D4 with the same shaft to see what he thinks is the best for his game.
Now what shaft is it?
It's the M Plus. So it's the red board effectively.
Okay.
From the Titleist range, which is one of the stock standard shafts in the 915 range. Probably the softest in the tip.
Okay.
Out of the lot. Does that mean anything? Who knows? But it's going to be the same shaft out of the lot. I think it's 60 grams, quite light. So it's about what Richo's using at the moment.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's not going to be too dissimilar what he's using. But the D3, the D2, the D3 and the D4. So be interesting to see what Richo has to say about these.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So they're all the same lofts. They're all going to be on A1. Everything's going to be stock standard.
That's right.
Cool. Let's have a crack, but let's Richo have a crack. Well, let's let Richo have a crack. Yeah, something like that.
Crack it.
Titleist 915, D2, D3, D4.
Rip in.
Oh,
Come on.
Don't ever say that again.
All right, so you've got the D2 at the moment, Richo? Yes, you do. You don't know anything about it, which is a good thing. So let's have a hit, mate. So we'll show a few shots and we'll show a few comments of what Richo has to say. Do we have to finish there?
Yeah, that'll do. I'll take this one.
Was that good? All right.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Hit a few more.
Oh, what?
What are your thoughts on straight away the looks? What does it look like to you?
Yeah, I don't mind this. I like the rounded shape. It looks a bit more like a traditional type shape rather than that.
Rather than what?
Rather than what?
Rather than some of those
he has aneurysms. He's somewhere else.
Some of the scooped out backs and stuff. It just looks like a nice round traditional shape.
So does that look like a big head to you?
Oh,
I mean, it's
really?
460, but
well, it doesn't from the top. Not compared to the copper. The copper tends to peter away a bit. So it looks
it's a bit more
bigger.
stretched out at the back.
Yeah,
And
so you're so
this
Richo's
looks a bit more compact.
Okay.
I don't mind it.
cool. So Richo's using a Fly Z, normal Fly Z. But in regards to how he hit that first one, that's potentially going to be an indicator.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be an indicator of how he's hitting them.
I assume that felt alright, mate?
Yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
can we keep this?
oh, yeah, potential. We're going to change heads, guys. We'll be back to the D3. You can hang on to the D4. From the D2 to D3, and let's see what Richard has to say about that. All right, we're back. Titleist D3, and it's getting cold. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. So there's a bit of sand out there. I just wiped.
There's a bit of sand, but it's a bit cold. It's actually starting to get cold. I've got a bit of a flu, so I'm warm, so it doesn't matter. D3.
Man looks after himself, always good.
Correct. Have a hit, Richo. Tell us what you think about that. So, of course, the D2 is probably... Well, no, we won't say that.
Yeah.
We'll wait until the end, and we'll go on about that. Cool. Good shot, Richo. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, I don't mind. I thought so far the other one just felt a bit better coming off the plate.
All right.
Probably a bit...
and by better for you...
A little bit, it felt a bit softer.
Yeah, the sound... What I've noticed is the D2 tends to be more of a crushing, softer feeling sound.
Yeah, I felt
D3 worse swapped and D4 tends to be quite a loud sound. Look, so, interesting.
When you're ready, mate.
Jeez, he takes his time. So you haven't really hit a bad shot yet, Richard. Maybe that was a little bit leaky, but...
Put the pressure on him, he comes to play,
he comes to play.
Thoughts? I felt that it was just, it feels a little bit hard, the ball coming off the club face. I like the other one better so far. It just felt a little bit softer.
All right, so here we are back with the D4 with Richo's hand, still the M Plus shaft. So the same shaft, the red board. And we're going to have a bit of a hit there. So another 2 balls and see what Richo has to say. Thoughts on that one, Richard?
Oh, I didn't mind that one.
So
It's the same. Still feels a little bit
firmer.
firmer, but not quite maybe as the other.
I think that's the thing too. So what we noticed with the noise, the D4 tends to be the loudest.
Yeah, that was definitely the first thing I noticed. He's nutted every drive.
He hasn't really mishit one. All right, cool.
Look at his face.
Look, John, they were all fantastic.
Hang on to that. I'll grab the other head. Yep.
They're all fantastic, but after hitting 2 balls with each one, right, if I was to spend my hard-earned money, I'd buy the first one.
First one, so the D2.
Which was the D2.
Yep.
Why did you like that one the most?
It's not as loud, right, and it feels a little bit softer. The loudness of the other two was just a little bit off-putting for me.
Okay, cool.
Bass definitely feels softer, because you've got to remember you use the same balls for every club,
Yeah.
but it certainly feels softer coming off the club face. But that's definitely the one. I think the ball flight was pretty much the same with each one.
So what you're saying is none of them are bad.
No. Bad.
Did you have a second, or was it equal second?
The last one, whatever the last
The
one
D4.
Okay.
Okay.
D4.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. So the only reason we've really done this, guys, is because the D2, of course, is the 460cc head, the highest MOI of all 3 of the drivers,
Okay.
the most stretched back of all the drivers, I suppose the furthest back CG of all the drivers, which equals usually more forgiveness. And I don't know exactly in the 915 range, but I know in the 910 range, they did have the D2 as a slight draw biased head. Richo's hit them really good.
Oh, I've hit 6 good shots. Yeah, I'd be
Happy with
any
all
of those. Yeah, just that whole feel and the sound. I would have bought this one.
So a preference, there you go, guys. And again, that
that's
just
mine.
proves the fact
Yep.
that you need to go out and get fit, go out and hit these clubs, because
Yep.
they all sound and feel very different.
They're very much an individual thing.
Correct.
Yeah, the ball flight from them was all very much the same.
Visually, they did
Yep.
look very similar.
Yeah, I didn't have one where I felt, oh, gee, that was great.
One was higher spinning, one was lower. It was,
No,
they were
all come off very
visually
well.
quite similar.
So, which one did you think?
I expected you that one,
That one?
and then
Yeah, I
And you
expected the
did-
same thing.
yeah.
I didn't expect the D4 as your second choice. So
To come in
I was
second.
a bit surprised about that.
All right.
So,
All right. Yeah.
yeah,
but you
it's-
did
it's
nut
a-
them, so
Yeah, you didn't hit a bad one, so
Yeah.
maybe that
yeah.
shaft's fantastic for you, Richo.
Yeah, well, the shaft.
50 gram M plus, sorry.
it's a nice looking shaft too, as far as shafts go.
Beautiful.
Exactly, guys. But again, go out and get fit.
Yeah.
Whether it's Titleist or any other brand, go out and get fit. So go check out your PGA Professional, your reps from any of the companies, and get fit. Compare them to your own driver, and do exactly what we've just done now. Test them out, see what they sound like.
Yeah, you need to hit them.
Correct.
You need to hit them. You can't just buy a club. Yeah.
No.
Well, you can if it's only $2, but I'll tell you what, if you're going to spend good money, you want to hit them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for checking out the video. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and anything else you want us to do. And we'll see you next time.